Dear students, I'm moving into the next topic, that is how microbes act as a biocontrol agents. 10.5. In this lesson, we are going to learn how microbes are replacing the conventional chemical fertilizers. What are chemical fertilizers or chemical pesticides? These chemicals, which are chemical in nature, which can be toxic and also harmful, can not only able to kill the specific pest in the given agriculture farm, but also there is a danger that these pesticides can even harm the organisms living nearby the particular farm plants. Okay, so let's see. Remember, the very first one is I'm going to describe what is ecosystem. Ecosystem is a large area in which you can see so many organisms. It can be a plant, it can be animals, which live in harmony by mutually taking and giving kind of a relationship. Okay, so how we are being benefited by the plants and how plants are getting benefited by the humans. This whole scenario of relationships are quite commonly found in the ecosystem. Not only that, in a given ecosystem, we also depend on the abiotic components like soil, air, and water. So we're all interdependent. Both biotic and abiotic components of the given area is interdependent. So when it comes to agriculture farms, when you are growing certain type of crop in a given area, farmers tend to uh, farmers tend to depend on chemical fertilizers to make sure that to enrich the soil fertility, and also they use the chemicals as the pesticides. So this is not good at all. So now farmers need to switch to a kind of a basic farming called organic farming, okay, in which they completely avoid the use of fertilizers, especially chemical made, and also pesticides, which I mean, in that given area, they must completely rely upon the natural methods. So, then how these organic farmers can capable of controlling the pest? That is the big question. So, instead of depending on these pesticides, what are pests? Pests are the ones which harm the agriculture farms by slowly eating away the plant parts or plant sap. So, in order to eradicate, organic farmers must rely upon a method called biocontrol agents. Remember, biocontrol agents are nothing but any life forms or living things help in controlling what? Controlling pest. So pest can be controlled with the help of another living beings. Okay, so here let's see what are these things which are commonly used as biocontrol agents. And here this whole paragraph that I have you can see in your textbook can be mentioned right over here in this very box. So let's start from here. That means here you can see the ladybird part. Let me zoom it a little. See here, from this part I'm going to start. You see right over here there are certain insects like ladybirds. You can see the dragonfly. You know, these, even I think you probably know what is a ladybird look like and dragonfly look like. So these natural insects can help the farmers to get rid of type of another insects called aphids and even mosquitoes also. This is number one. Number two, there are certain type of genetically modified bacterium called Bacillus thuringiensis. Remember, in the short form, it can be mentioned as BT. So this bacterium is a microbial biocontrol agent. It can control if it is introduced into the, I mean, this not particular bacterium is introduced into the farm, but genetically modified plants carrying certain genes from this bacterium can capable of killing or controlling butterfly caterpillars. Okay, these are all available in the form of sachets, small packets in the dried spores, in the form of dried spores. All they need to do is they have to mix that with water and spray it on the plants which are getting infested, such as brassicas and fruit trees. Once this chemical Bt toxin, which is going into the plant, into the insect or pest body, which will destroy the digestive system of that particular larva, of that particular species of caterpillar or butterfly. This is how this bacteria disease will kill the caterpillars but leave other insects unharmed. This is the basic principle you should remember. Okay, so that means these biocontrol agents does not harm other insects, which if it is harming other insects, it will totally destroy the harmony of the ecosystem. So that's the reason why biocontrol agents are helpful in maintaining the ecosystem. Okay, now this is all about that. Such plants are resistant to attack by insect pests. One of the examples is Bt cotton, which naturally capable of avoiding that particular caterpillar which are infecting the cotton plant. Then here comes the third one. A biological control being developed for use in treatment of plant diseases is the fungi that is called trichoderma. Fungi, one of the type of fungi called trichoderma species, which are free living, live alone, which live especially in the root system. And what they do, you see, the effective biological control of several plant pathogens. Some of the plant pathogens can be get ridden by the use of this trichoderma fungal species. And the last one here, baculovirus are the pathogens that attack, and remember this is one type of biocontrol agents which attack some kind of insects, which are nothing but coming under a category called arthropods. The majority of baculovirus used as biocontrol agents belong to a specific genus, which is a group called nucleopolyhedroviruses. Very important, one more questions 1 and 2. So these baculovirus belong to a genus called nucleopolyhedrovirus. So these viruses are excellent candidates for species specific. Remember a term, species specific means it acts upon exactly at one particular pathogen or a particular pest. That's why it is called narrow spectrum insecticidal applications. That narrow spectrum means that doesn't harm any other microorganisms which are helpful in ecosystem building. They have shown no negative impact on plants, mammals, birds and fish, or even non-target insects. So it's very best to maintain the health of the ecosystem without killing other organisms. So this is especially desirable when the beneficial insects are being conserved to aid in overall integrated pest management. Integrated pest management program. This is very important. One mark question. IPM. IPM means integrated pest management. So this whole program involves killing a targeted pest instead of killing other insects which are one of the part of ecosystem. Okay. So this is all about today's lesson. Let's revise a small part of the lesson. You can see we started from here. Beetles, the red and black marking, which are called ladybird, and even dragonflies, which I should be mentioning right over here. What they do, they get rid of the aphids and also mosquitoes. Next, other type of bacterium called Bacillus thuringiensis, used to which are used to control some certain type of caterpillar of butterfly by taking this toxic gene, introducing it to cotton plant, thus making it to become Bt cotton. Some fungi called trichoderma, which are free living, lives in root system of plants, and they control certain plant disease causing pathogens. Baculovirus, belonging to a genus called nucleopolyhedroviruses, help in controlling some of the insects which belong to arthropods.